On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what one. A blessed and wonderful Monday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, in the morning, yeah. We're going to kick it off over there in the parish of St. Catherine, where the St. Catherine police are presently searching for a criminal element after he allegedly performed a little hold on and take type of business upon a little 15-year-old. Yeah man, we get to understand say the boy broke in at the little pitney house sometime on Thursday. So Sissoko, that's the Center for Investigation for the hold on and take type of offenses and child abuse is leading that particular probe. It is stated that it is being investigated as an indecent assault, a hold on and take, burglary, and an assault at common law. Now, according to the police reports, sometime around 4 a.m. on the 11th of September this year, the teen was at home in rural St. Catherine when the criminal element armed with a handgun entered through a window. So the criminal element allegedly pointed the weapon at the little pitney and threatened to take her 3 pints. It is stated that she remained quiet and basically subdue herself and go along with his orders. It is stated that he hold on and take her, pick the little pitney cherry without it being given to him lawfully so. So, boy, may I tell a star, Jaja God, the thing rough. It is stated that he then escaped from the dwelling after the assault took place. The victim then later contacted her relatives and told them of her ordeal, and the matter was then reported to the police. So an investigation has been launched into that unfortunate incident. Now, whole heap of questions are being asked with the parents them there at 4 a.m. in the morning, or at least a legal guardian. Boy, may I tell you. But we are going to stay close to that one and update you subsequently. And still in the St. Catherine North Police Division, the St. Catherine North Police says a 48-hour curfew imposed in St. John's Road and Old Harbour Road communities on Thursday evening was prompted by recent fatal knockings and clappings. Yeah, man. So the commanding officer for the division, that's Senior Superintendent of Police, Hopton Nicholson, says 2 men lost their lives in the St. John's Road community in a span of 4 days. The first knockings and clappings at 101 John's Road, and that was reported on Saturday, September 6th. Another fatal knockings and clappings going where the body was recovered on Wednesday, the 10th of September, and that took place in the Clayton Heights community. Now, the police states that they aim to curtail criminal activities and institute that particular curfew. Now we are going to hear from the Senior Superintendent in charge of the St. Catherine North Police Division as he now weighs in on the latest spate of murders affecting his particular police division. Yeah man, now listen.
The first one occurred at 101 St. John's Road, and that was reported on Saturday, September 6th. And another murder The body of a man was recovered on Wednesday, the 10th of September in the Clayton Heights area. Now, we aim to curtail criminal activities in this area, and we want persons to know that the security forces will be out in their numbers. We'll be conducting a series of operations, and we hope to have cooperation from the law-abiding citizens. We also are requesting that you do not harbor persons who are considered wanted. First one is Tyreek Jadu, OC Biscuit of Tosspen in Spanish Town. Akeem Davis, OC Boo of 31 St. John's Road. TJ, otherwise called Siva of 31 St. John's Road. Javon Stevenson, otherwise called Fox of 33 Old Harbor Road, Spanish Town. Dite of Pittsburgh Drive, Homestead. Keno Johnson of Central Village. A man known as Poe of 33 Old Harbor Road. A man known as War Axe of St. John's Road. A man known as Birdie from 73 St. John's Road. A man known as Poppy from 81 St. John's Road. A man known as Dimitri from 73 St. John's Road. And a man known as Jazeel Campbell of Homestead District. We ask that these persons immediately report to the Spanish Town CIB. This person was taken into custody. And since then, a number of operational activities were conducted across the parish of St. Catherine, as well as other jurisdictions. And so far, the operational activities yielded the recovery of 5 other motor vehicles, of which we believe 3 were stolen. The investigations are ongoing, and we hope that these recoveries and the arrest of this person, in addition to the pursuit of other persons, will help us to make a major breakthrough in this larceny of motor vehicle across the St. Catherine North Police Division and also the corporate area.
Now me here, the SSP, that's a senior superintendent, spoke of 3 names of the many that he made mention of. We are talking about this criminal element, Tyreek Jadu, aka Biscuit, we come from Tosspen. A noted and reputed top Nakis and Clappis that has been wreaking havoc in the St. Catherine North Police Division for quite some time. I have also made mention of this criminal element in several vlogs on this particular platform. He has also been mentioned on the Jamaica Constabulary Force Wanted Wednesdays many times. He has also been mentioned on other like-minded vloggers' platform. So this criminal element is known for his ruthless activities being perpetrated against the regular members of Chan Public and also his criminal rivals. Yeah, man. An ex-noted name. This criminal element presently on your screen identified as Akeem Davis, otherwise known as Boo. Now this criminal element is the younger brother to another top-tier criminal element from the 31 Johns Road community. Now his brother is said to be the reputed gang leader for the 31 Johns Road criminal network. And he too is basically walking the same footsteps, leaving the same footprints, similar to that of his brother. Now the third name is this criminal element here, TJ, otherwise known as Siva. Now Siva is definitely known for his ruthless way of executing his rivals or anyone who is deemed an enemy of the criminal organization out of 31 Johns Road. Literally a little press button, one of them Nakis and Clappis there, where once them done said jump, them no ask, oh I. So in other words, once them done say you forget your 3 pints, slap way. This a youth and naga ask no question, him naga ask why. Him aga just knock it and clap it and name your food and broke the plate. So all the criminal elements listed by the police are indeed wanted. But you see, them 3, yeah, telling them my peeps, these are the devil's advocate the Hellraisers from the St. Catherine North Police Division. Yeah, man. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Anne Police Division, where the St. Anne Police are presently investigating a double fatal knockings and clappings smack in Ocho Rios. Yeah, man. Now, the bodies of the two unidentified men, one believed to be in his late 30s and the other in his late 40s. They were both found along the Dunsville main road on Sunday morning. So the police theorized that the criminal elements took the life of the men sometime between 11 p.m. Saturday night and 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Residents reportedly heard loud explosions sounded like gunshot in the area Saturday night, but did not contact the police. The people them get climatized to it. The police team was on patrol along the Marvin's Park area on Sunday morning, sometime around 9:30, when they were alerted by a resident that the bodies of two men had been seen in a gully. The police stated that one of the bodies had locks covered by a Rastafarian-style head wrap, whilst the other body had plaits. Now, several 9mm spent shells and a knife were found on the scene. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, the man them deal with the situation grimy. The knockings and clappings continues. So if anyone out there where miss a Rasta man him not come home, you know, hear from him, and you feel like say probably I him that because of where the bodies were found, alert the St. Anne police and make your complaints and go view the body and see if I phone a family. And the next man them same here plot up so the same goes out for his family members and friends. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, where the St. James Police states that they are doing a satisfactory job in managing major crimes in the division, but they admit that there has been an increase in robberies since the start of the year. So we're going to hear from the senior superintendent in charge of the St. James Police Division. That's Superintendent Aaron Samuels, the commanding officer of the St. James Police Division. He says that they have made some progress in arresting the perpetrators of this crime. Now, he was speaking whilst addressing a monthly meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation. Just a few days ago, he stated that fatal knockings and clappings are down in St. James by a whopping 57.5% over the period reviewed by the JCF. Yeah, man. So I could hear from SSP Samuels as he weighs in on the progress in his police division. Now listen.
Which will see us at, it's seen us at 41 murders compared to 96 this time last year, which is 55 less murders in the division. We are seeing, however, an uptick in robberies, not just in St. James, but across several parishes. We have done some work, and we have caught some of the members of that gang, but there are still some persons outstanding that still continue to give us one and two issues. But all in all, we've been doing some work, and I'm happy that water seems to be the bigger issue in St. James than crime. We recognize that if we continue to work with the communities, events seem to be a great part of the economy, and we want to, as best as possible, work with the communities so that they can have their entertainment and economic activities safely. What we have recognized over the years that some violent incidents have occurred within these illegal parties, so we want to ensure that the structure is there.
So right there and then, my peeps, another decent spot of work again. by the squaddy them. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.